Welcome to the Speak English with Mubarak community. I'm Mubarak, and in today's episode, we'll explore how to ask for help in English. This is a very useful skill whether you're traveling, at work, or even talking with neighbors. But before we dive in, let me ask you a few questions. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed help but weren't sure how to ask in English? Maybe you were lost in a new city or struggling to understand something at work. Or have you ever wanted to ask someone for help, but the words just didn't come to you? By the end of today's episode, you'll learn useful phrases and techniques to ask for help confidently in various situations. You'll also hear real-life examples and stories that will help you practice and improve your listening and speaking skills. So, make sure you listen carefully, take some notes, and if you enjoy the episode, don't forget to press the like button. Now, let's get started. Imagine you're at a cafe in a new city. You don't understand the menu completely, and you need help. What do? You could approach the waiter and say, "Excuse me, could you help me with the menu? I'm not sure what this item is." This simple question can make a big difference. Let's say you're at work, and your colleague John has a task you're not familiar with. You could ask, "Hi, John. I'm not sure how to do this. Could you please explain it to me?" It's polite and direct. You're asking for help, but in a way that shows you respect the other person's knowledge. One of the best ways to ask for help is to use polite phrases. Could you, and, would you mind, are very polite ways to ask for assistance. For example, you could say, "Could you help me find my way to the library?" Or, "Would you mind giving me a hand with these bags?" These phrases are respectful and show that you value the person's time and effort. Let me tell you a quick story. A few months ago, I was traveling to a foreign country and got lost in a small town. The signs were in a language I didn't understand. I saw a woman walking by and asked, "Excuse me, could you help me find the train station?" She smiled and kindly pointed me in the right direction. In that moment, I was so thankful for knowing how to ask for help politely. Another situation where asking for help is important is when you're learning something new. My friend David, who is learning to play the guitar, often asks his teacher for help. He'll say things like, "Could you show me again how to play this chord?" Or, "Can you help me improve my finger position?" These phrases help him get the guidance he needs without feeling embarrassed. But asking for help isn't just about the words you use. It's also about your tone and body language. When you ask for help, make sure your tone is friendly and calm. Smile when you speak and keep your body language open. This will make the person you're asking feel more comfortable helping you. Now, let's talk about some other situations where you might need help. Imagine you're at a store, and you're looking for a specific item. You could approach a salesperson and say, "Excuse me, could you help me find the shampoo aisle?" Or, "Hi, I'm looking for a red shirt. Could you show me where they are?" These are simple but effective ways to ask for help in a store. There's also the situation when you're trying to understand a concept. At work or school, you might need to ask for clarification. You could say, "I'm not sure I understand. Could you explain that again, please?" This shows that you're actively learning and willing to ask questions to improve. Another important part of asking for help is knowing when to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. It's better to ask for help than to struggle in silence. If you don't understand something, it's okay to speak up. People are usually happy to assist you if you ask politely. I remember once when I was studying for an exam. I didn't understand a certain topic, so I asked my classmate Mark to explain it to me. He was very patient and explained everything clearly. Thanks to his help, I was able to pass the exam with a good grade. If I hadn't asked for help, I might still have been stuck on that topic. So, what have we learned so far? To ask for help in English, use polite phrases like, could you, or, would you mind? Be clear about what you need help with, and always say, thank you. Also, pay attention to your tone and body language. Asking for help isn't just about the words you say. It's about the way you communicate. In your everyday life, you will find many opportunities to practice asking for help. Whether you're traveling, at work, or in a classroom, the ability to ask for help is an important skill. Don't hesitate to use these phrases when you need assistance. Now, let me share a final story with you. A friend of mine, Sarah, recently moved to a new city. She didn't know anyone and was feeling a little lost. One day, she needed help finding her way to a meeting. She asked a stranger on the street, "Excuse me, could you help me find the address for this meeting?" The person not only gave her directions but also walked with her to make sure she arrived safely. That's the power of asking for help politely and clearly. It can create a connection with others. Let's move on to some more examples of how to ask for help in different situations. Suppose you're at a park, and you see someone who looks like they know the area. You can ask, "Hi, could you tell me where the nearest restroom is?" This is simple, clear, and very polite. The person will likely be happy to help, and you can easily find what you need. Now, let's talk about asking for help in a work situation. Imagine you're at your job, and you're not sure how to complete a task. Maybe you're working on a report, and you don't know how to use a specific tool on the computer. You can go to a colleague like Tom and say, "Hey, Tom, could you help me understand how to use this tool? I'm not familiar with it." This approach is friendly and shows that you're open to learning. Tom will probably be happy to show you how it works. Sometimes asking for help can be a bit more difficult if you're shy or worried about bothering someone. But here's the thing, most people are happy to help. So, don't be afraid to ask. For example, if you're in a store and can't find what you're looking for, don't hesitate to ask a store employee. You could say, "Excuse me, could you help me find the kitchen section?" Or, "Hi, I'm looking for a gift. Could you suggest something?" This shows that you're taking the initiative, and the employee is there to assist you. Let's take another example. Imagine you're learning to cook, and you're following a recipe, but something is confusing. You could ask a friend, "Hey, Alex, could you help me understand what simmer means in this recipe? I've never heard that word before." Asking for help like this is a great way to learn and improve your skills. Plus, Alex will appreciate that you're asking for clarification rather than guessing or making a mistake. Asking for help also works well in situations where you need more information. Let's say you're in a class, and your teacher, Mrs. Johnson, is explaining a difficult topic. You might feel unsure about some of the details. It's completely fine to ask, "Mrs. Johnson, could you explain that part again? I didn't quite catch it." This is a polite way to ask for help and shows that you're engaged and eager to understand. One important thing to keep in mind is that when you ask for help, you should always thank the person afterward. A simple, "Thank you for your help," or, "I really appreciate it," goes a long way. It shows gratitude and makes the person feel good about assisting you. It also encourages them to help you again in the future if you need it. Let's go back to a real-life example. I was once at a bookstore looking for a specific book. I couldn't find it on the shelves, so I asked a worker named David, "Hi, could you help me find this book? It's called The Great Adventure **." David smiled and led me right to the section I needed. He even suggested a few similar books I might like. Asking for help like this made my experience much easier, and I left the store happy with my new book. In another situation, you might be at the airport and need help with directions. You could ask an airport employee, "Excuse me, could you help me find gate 24? I'm a little confused." This is direct and clear, and the employee will likely give you the right directions. Airports can be large and busy, so asking for help in these situations is normal, and everyone is used to helping travelers. Sometimes you might need help with technology. Maybe you're using a new phone, and you're not sure how to use a certain feature. Instead of guessing, you could ask a friend, "Hey, Chris, could you show me how to send a picture from this phone? I'm not sure how it works." Asking for help with technology is very common, and your friend will probably be happy to show you how it's done. Help is a sign of strength, not weakness. So, in every part of your life, whether at home, work, or when you're out in public, it's useful to know how to ask for help. You can ask politely and clearly, and you'll be more likely to get the assistance you need.